let's go back in for another day of nothing happening in Cozy Grove. We may get Heath. We may get some Heath closure. Fingers crossed. $106. Let me through, dear. Dig, dig, dig. Okay, Bunch is blue. You know, camp, I've spent a lot of time here at camp hemming and hawing about my history. And I'll admit I had a heap of disappointment stuffed in a few living decades. But yesterday I flipped over a rock and found a bear print etched underneath. It would be lovely if there wasn't a caramel cream in front of his face the whole time. I bet it was, 3,000 years at least since the last living paw left its mark. Made me think, however big my troubles felt, they were come and gone in the blink of an eye. Don't minimise your troubles, Bunch. All I mean is sometimes it pays to take a real long view. Take little Heath Hachimitsu. Once in a while he'd stop in for a meal between expeditions. Is this why Bunch is blue? Is Bunch blue because Heath's about to ascend? I always tried to catch his eye as I scooped his rice. No luck. He shuffled through, chin tucked and glasses down. Took me a while to realise he wasn't shy. He was staring at his prizes, petroglyphs just like the one I found the other day. At the time, I'll admit, I thought it was short-sighted, fixing on the past like that. But the things he was focused on stood the test of time. Don't think I can say the same. So, fall in love with a rock? Yep, maybe Heath had it right. I hope he's still out there somewhere tracing the long arc of history. If you do manage to catch his eye, make sure he remembers to eat. Give Bunch's cozy rice to Heath. Okay. We got a bear back here. Why blend in when you were born to stand out? Let's find something that screams you. Brilliant white aura. Okay, we'll do that. We haven't got that one. It could go with the bee outfit, but I do love my bee jumper. Oh. It really wants me to have one of these sheep head things. No, we're going to stay as we are. Okay. Yeah, that's... I'm not going to be able to pull that one off. And that's too short. Okay. We've got those already. I'm giving them every single colour of witch's hat. Okay. None of that's interesting enough. Right. Cave's vacant. Okay. Do I have anything to sell? I'll just sell us the potatoes then. Don't need another cake. I've already got it in that colour anyway. Origami dress. Yeah, nothing. Okay. So, we're just going straight to the other island, I think. Oh, hello, Sky. Sky's still... Me and Sky are the only people still playing this game. Sky still exists. All good? Right. I think maybe Heath, seeing as Bunch spontaneously gave us something for Heath, we may be able to complete Heath at last. Here we go. You're blue and you're exclaiming. Can I help you with something? Hello, young colleague. Well, to be quite honest, I feel a pang of guilt for having asked you to chase those imps away. They were acolytes of Kazanda, and something about that struck a chord deep within me. It unravelled me. They were likely just hungry, much like my past self, and equally deluded, I'm afraid. Could you please feed them? They deserve that much at the very least. Okay. I've got something for you. Hello, young colleague. That delightful aroma, could it possibly be? Yes, another one of Bunch's exquisite meals. How curiously prescient of him to send this now when I find myself craving a treat. Bunch just knows. You know, dear colleague, Bunch always had this remarkable sixth sense for knowing exactly what each cub needed. Not just in matters of sustenance, though through his ability to remember every scout's favourite dish was truly extraordinary. He possessed this ineffable intuition for detecting troubled souls. Cubs having difficult days would invariably be drafted as official quality control auditors. Quite amusing, really, how a simple pot of soup could require dozens of taste testers. But here I am, chattering away while this lovely meal grows cold. Munch, munch. Wonderful as always. My dear colleague, may I ask you for a favour? I've cherished this sketch of Bunch for quite some time, but I believe it's time it returned home. As a young student, I had it pinned above my desk. It kept me company during those long nights perfecting my application to Denforth. Then after graduating, I framed it proudly beside my diploma in my office, where it remained until the day I died. Bunch was among the first to truly encourage my curiosity, to sit through my endless musings with genuine interest. Please return this to him. Let him know that his gifts have nourished more than our bodies, but also our minds and hearts as well. Okay, so maybe this is a bunch completion thing. Maybe this is a bunch completion thing. Okay. Is it one of you? Well, you're chuffed. Oh, no, next to him, there's another one. It was like ancient ruins, but I've done 2 of them. Is there a third one? And it never showed up. It's you. There we go. Okay. Now we talk to you. Rejoice, tender whelp, for I have rescued thee from poverty most dire. As thou lay slumbering twixt day and morrow, a dragon crawled into thy lair. It licked its lips at the sight of thy mighty horde, its eyes filled with an avaricious hunger. I watched as it crept closer, unhinged its jaw, and prepared to swallow all thy treasures. Yet before its teeth could close upon thy fortune, I slew the foul beast, leaving thy wealth untouched. When pondering what sort of offering would be appropriate to express my gratitude, consider how ill impoverishment would suit thee. His cave. Spooky well. I mean, I'm carrying one of these, so I can throw that to the imp that's asking for it if the imp reappears. There it is. Okay, Orsina's in the cave. There's apparently one outside. Yeah, there's one by Heath. Celestial Scales of Justice, Heath's Cave. Or is Heath's house Heath's Cave? Right, let's talk to Heath. Thank you for making amends to the imps on my behalf, young colleague. Deep sigh. There is something I must confess, something that weighs heavily upon my heart. It has become painfully evident that you have been my steadfast companion, aiding me at every turn, while I desperately clung to the hope of Cassandra's arrival. It's my duty as a spirit scout, and you do it well. I am grateful, truly. I realise now that my fervent belief in Cassandra was not rooted solely in scholarly devotion to intellectual pursuit. No, beneath it all there lay something more naive, more childlike. I clung to this ideal of Cassandra as his heroic figure, one who could sweep in to resolve life's complexities with just a gesture. But that was just wishful thinking, wasn't it? Life rarely conforms to such simplistic narratives. Cassandra was never going to be the answer to everything. I was foolish to think otherwise. My dear colleague, I see it now for what it is. It is Laurel who is my pivotal bear. Yes, it was she all along who meant to be my North Star, the true heroine of history. Thank you, my esteemed colleague. I would not have come to this revelation without you. Okay. Is this it? There exists a certain seduction to the relentless pursuit of knowledge, a siren call that beckons beyond the banalities of mortality. How fortunate it is then that I am dead, no interruptions to impede my scholarly research. Okay, so you're not gold. We completed your very long chapter, but you're not gold. So maybe we have to help Laurel first. If Orsina, if you give me a Find Bradley mission, I'm not going to be happy. We have a crisis situation, for real this time, not make pretend. Bradley's being kidnapped. Kidnappers left a ransom note behind, but I refuse to look at it. I have a policy. I never voluntarily read or negotiate with terrorists. But I can't just leave her kidnapped. Could you bring her back? Stop wasting my time with this. Because it's a time limited one. It's not part of the story. It's just bull. I've never used this machine. I have never used this machine. Or maybe I used it on day one to see how it worked. Oh, am I supposed to be using the divining rod? Yeah, I was supposed to be using the divining rod. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. Seeing as I'm holding it, let's just check. There it is. Okay. Got everything I need. The search for an expression of thy gratitude seems to have weighed heavily on thy mind, tender. Well, overwhelmed by options, thou hast given me a weighing scale. Verily, upon reflection, I perceive the wisdom of thy choice, a thought-provoking gift indeed. Mayhap, in the interest of balance, thy next offering shall be larger. So that wasn't anything. Just ice again. Okay. Can you turn back into Laurel, please? Okay, so we are going back. Right, can we get this out of this animal's face? Get this out of Bunch's face. Just feed this just to get rid of it. Okay. Hey camper, how's little Heath doing? Bet he's got a whole rise and fall of bear civilization figured out by now. It's nice to think that I scooped rice for a bear like that, even if he barely noticed. He did notice. How do you figure that? Look what he kept for all these years. Oh, well, sure, I remember scribbling this for him. Not my best work, face on Kazander's little hard to read. But I figured it didn't matter, just a leaf, mulch for the garden. Heath really held on to this? For a long, long time. Heath was always focused on the big picture. Heroes, emperors, revolutionaries, great bears, the kind worth setting in stone. So why'd he bother holding on to a doodle from a cook? Okay. So is everyone going to give me a leaf to give to Bunch? Okay, can we get closure on Bunch's story? Oh my word. Okay. We absorb these coins. I think there's another hole to dig. Not picking up any presents today. Sorry, Sky. Can't give you anything. Nothing? There's one there. Hello, Crow. You're wearing a duck on your head. No, Crow, I want to tickle you. I want to pet you, Crow. There we go. Seeing as I'm down here now. Just the shell? Just the shell. Thank you. Oh my goodness, look, Snuggula's wearing a bow. Ah, there's one. Oh my god, I'm not digging up any presents today. I might have another run around later in the day offline just to see if I can get a present so I can send Sky something. I want to give Sky encouragement that somebody else is still playing. Yeah. Sky's the only one still playing. Okay. Come on. Right, why ain't it working? Okay. In fact, let me check that. I've got a model of both of them. Alright, I've already got a model for them. Recycle. And done. Okay. So we've opened up a progression for Bunch. We have possibly completed Heath. I've seen us still wasting our time. That was that.